Greetings, everyone. How's everyone doing? Welcome back to the Real Estate Deli. I'm your host, Mando, Money Making Mando on IG. Again, welcome back. I appreciate you. I had an idea recently. I said I want to hone in on something specifically that I'm doing in the real estate market, right? I've invested for over 20 years, multifamily, single families, partnerships. I've done quite a bit. But lately I said, you know what? I wanted to do something more mission based, right? As well as create an opportunity for myself. You also want to profit, right? So I said, you know what? Let me delve into more into this co-living space. This space is ever growing. People can't afford, especially workforce people that are in a price range, a salary based $30,000 to $60,000. Life is tough for these, for these people out here, right? How can you afford a place to live with the economy, inflation? Times is rough, right? Everything goes up, but your salary, right? So again, how do you feel a need, right? Especially in this space where people are looking, to be able to live somewhere, right? So I just said, you know what? Let me just start out that, like I said, I'm doing a 5 minute segment and talk about the space. So, and I just want to talk about why co-living works for real estate investors, right? And give you some points and just an introduction into what I just kind of figured out and wrote some stuff. So co-living is an arrangement where multiple unrelated individuals share a living space, right? So everyone has you can call it rent by room, right? So co-living, and they share common areas, a kitchen, a bathroom, maybe a living space, a living room. Some people have that model, and some people don't. But those are things that are we look for in co-living, right? Multiple bathrooms for sure, right? Not more than one, especially if you're gonna have add additional bedrooms to a house, an existing house, right? So you're probably looking for 5 bedrooms to 8 bedrooms. Again, you figure out your niche as you go, and I'm doing that as well. Then I want to talk about why co-living has become so common, right? Or more common recently. Obviously, I touched base on it earlier. The affordability, right? It's become so unaffordable to live in some cities that, particularly larger cities, Miami, New York, LA. Times is rough, right? So how do you afford to live in some of these places? And again, some of the common things, and also a solution is you share costs, right? It's like an Uber or something, right? You share a ride with an Uber, you share the cost, let's say, right? If that makes sense. So this is kind of you live in a house and you just pay your rate, right? Whatever that rate is, right? And you don't get hit with a high rent cost where it takes all your salary, and then how do you make ends meet, right? That becomes a problem. So this is a solution for those people who fit into that space. Again, I just wanted to touch base on that. And you're still in proximity for the workforce. You're still in proximity to big cities where you're not too far away from your job. A lot of these people might not have transportation. They might rely on public transportation. So again, that's also a concern. And demand is also on the rise, right? I wrote here, according to a 2023 report, co-living market expected to grow by 12% annually over the next 5 years. That's a big deal. That's a huge thing, right? So I call it multifamily returns in a single family house, right? So you're making multiple forms of income, right, by extending the house, additional bedrooms, and again, it kind of similar to having a multifamily. You're getting multifamily returns using a single family model, right? Which is awesome as well for an investor who has not thought about that. And maybe because of the interest rates are so high now, you had to adjust. And where's the money at, right? If you're an investor, do you want to do burrs at this price point? I don't know. I don't think that's a great idea right now, right? Until interest rates drop, makes more sense. So yes, some stuff I wrote down. And cities are taking notice and skating to where their puck is at. Since this is such a necessity, there's cities that are growing into this space and filling up that model because it's ever growing, right? It's let's say a trend, right? It's happening more and more often. So what's stopping you from investing in co-family, right? In co-living, right? You can do the research, find the areas with high demand, and you can explore co-living that fits your real estate investment strategy. And like I said, I hope this was helpful for you. Share and like my channel, and we'll talk to you soon. My 5 minutes are up.